Mediapolis Bulldogs headed to the hallway. Rockets already back out on the floor awaiting their opponent after a dominating first set win. 25-13 for EBF, and the word of the first set, balance. 5 Rockets with at least 1 kill. Whitney Klein leading the way with 5. Molly Schaefer right behind with 4. Kate Schaefer even got 3 kills. A kill each for Cooper Shampoo and Aliyah Wagaman as well. 3 ace serves, 2 for the Rockets versus 1 service error. 1 in the opening set. That's got to make Gladys Jinsko real happy, I would imagine, on that sideline. And also, I told you Aaron Steffner from Mediapolis said one of the big keys for them is going to be keeping EBF out of system, or trying to keep the Rockets out of system, which they are so good at getting into. 11 assists for Kate Schaefer in that first set, so unable to do that in the opening game here in this best 3 of 5. There's a lot of volleyball to be played, as you well know, as we enter this second set. I'm Dewayne Cook, AJ Anderson, Jimmy Out the second, Tatum Markison all along here with us tonight on Go SEC TV. We're glad you have decided to hop into on a Monday evening. Whitney Klein gets us started, and there is service error number 2 for EBF. They match their first set total on the first swing of the second. Brenna T checks out for Meepo, and serving is in her spot Jaden Wirt, who we told you last time around is the top server for Mediapolis. She won't get to go on a run here, though, as Molly Schaefer ties Klein now for a team high with 5 kills. Another big swing from number 1. Our match here tonight in this 2A8 regional semifinal matches up on the other side of the bracket with the West Burlington and Pella Christian matchup. That is a heck of a battle in a semifinal, too. A free return here for Mediapolis. We hope to be able to pass along some updates here as Molly Schaefer gets another kill, and I love the play. You may be able to see it here on an instant replay if we can get to it, as Kate Schaefer watching this middle where you have Aliyah Wagaman and Molly Schaefer both coming towards that volleyball. That makes it so difficult, especially for a team like Mediapolis that wants to set up a block. It makes it so hard for them to know exactly where to set that up. Great play call from the sideline from Coach Jinsko. Another service error. Shampoo sails it long here. 2 all in the second. 2s across the board here in Eddyville. Kennedy Welliver will serve. Dug by Klein. Kate Schaefer looking to the left for Molly. Crosser on the roll shot. Pinballs around, and it comes down. Hit a couple of Bulldogs on its way. But a point, EBF. And a side out right back to the Rockets at that, as Cassidy Long rotates in. Helm and Wagaman will get a breather. Lacey Taylor back into the match, too, for EBF. Long's serve, dug by Wirt. That's an ace. Nobody up front could play it as it came back towards the net. Cassidy Long with her 9th ace serve of the year. One of the 5 seniors on this roster. Wirt, better pass to Welliver, has to dump it off, though, and Shampoo is ready for it. Kate Schaefer to Molly Schaefer again. Go to the well, young lady. That's exactly what Kate's doing with Molly here in the opening stages of this second set. Already 3 kills in the first 5 points. Here's Long again. Overhead dig by Wirt. Welliver bump set. Arnold has to run up to it. That will stay in. A whistle, and I think her momentum pulled her under the net. That will be the call. The third other error that we keep track of for Mediapolis here in the match, those others being center line infractions, net violations, over the net, blocking errors, ball handling errors, things of that nature. Here, Welliver is going to set it up to the right for Wagenbach, and she's got it blocked back in her grill. The Schaefers were there. I think Kate got the majority of it over there on that left side. Wagenbach's used to doing that to the other side with her 65 blocks on the year. Long, another good serve. Welliver coming left for Arnold. That's a big swing, and the first kill for Lexi Arnold, who gets in on the action. The 3rd leading hitter for Mediapolis. Long will take a seat after that nice long run, no pun intended, behind the service line. And Kaylee Helm back into the match. Whistle, is there a rotation violation? There is on EBF, not properly lined up, and Gladys Jinsko wanted a quick explanation, and she got it, nodded her head. 3-point lead for the Rockets. Wagenbach again. Nice hard roll shot off the wrist, dug by Klein. Here is Molly Schaefer. Wagenbach off the rafter and right back down. Molly Schaefer's in her bag right now here in this second set. Already totaling the number of kills she had in the first with 4. And she'll go serve. 8 in the match for number 1. Wirt digs this serve. Arnold, the pass too high for number 7 to climb the ladder. We'll call that a ball handling error. The lead back to 5 for EBF. If you're just joining us, the Rockets took the first, 25-13. Molly Schaefer, overhead dig Wagenbach. Here's the right side. Frank, was it blocked or is it 4? They do call 4 on Mediapolis, a kill error against the Bulldogs. 10-4, good buddy. Rockets lead it by 6. Hard serve. It got through the rafters up there, and Arnold kept her eyes on it, but put it into the net on another ball handling error for Mediapolis. And Aaron Steffner is going to ask her Bulldogs to come huddle up. 11-4, Rockets again with a big lead here early in the second set. Molly Schaefer to get us back rolling here in the second set. EBF up in front by 7. Arnold could not get it back into the court of play after the bad pass from Wirt. A couple of Bulldogs touched it, so does not go in the box score as an ace for Molly Schaefer. But more importantly, another point in the books for the black and gold. Here, Wagenbach with the pass staying back row to Steffner. Roll shot from Wirt, dug by Molly Schaefer. Kate Schaefer sets it up for the freshman. Lacey Taylor gets one in the book. She had one against Central Decatur, too, giving her a total now with that one included 7 on the year. She takes kind of a back seat, if you will, as an underclassman for this team with all the weapons that the Rockets can put out there on the floor. But gets involved there. Another good serve from Molly Schaefer. Here, Arnold with a roll shot, dug by Molly Schaefer. Kate Schaefer, left side, Klein, put it in the net. Whitney, not quite enough. Little late on that volleyball, putting it into the net. Side out for Mediapolis, and they desperately needed one, as that deficit now sits at 8 for the Bulldogs. And it'll be 7, Arnold to serve. Dug by Klein. Kate Schaefer has to reach back for it. Back row set, Molly Schaefer. That one just a touch too long from number 1. We saw her connect with a back row attack in that first set that was perfect. But when you hit over 400, you are going to miss a couple, especially whenever you have over 900 attempts on the year. Arnold is going to collect the first ace serve of the night for Mediapolis as it ate up Klein on the back row. And Whitney usually as sure as they come with the serve receive. But that one got a little too far up on the arms that time for Lexi Arnold with her 25th ace serve of the year. Here, much better from Whitney, who gets the set back from Kate Schaefer. Good dig by Arnold. Welliver, though, could not keep it out of the net. A great dig spoiled for Mediapolis. And a side out to EBF with a 14-7 score up on the board. Here, Kate Schaefer. Dug by Wagenbach. Welliver coming left for Steffner, trying to get her involved, but it's long. The 5th kill error by Mediapolis. The lead goes back to 8 at 15-7. By the way, we are unaware of any live streaming of the West Burlington. Oh, what a roll. What a roll. We've seen that a couple of times tonight for EBF where they've gotten a friendly top spin off that top tape, and another ace in the books for the Rockets. But back to what I was saying of the West Burlington and Pella Christian match, which is on the opposite side of the bracket. Back-to-back ace serves for Kate Schaefer. So we will be keeping an eye on social medias. If anybody out there happens to know of what's going on in that West Burlington Pella Christian match, we'd love to hear from you in the comments section. Feel free to chime in. That's certainly very relevant to what we're doing here tonight, with the winner moving on to play either the Eagles or the Falcons. It'll be some bird on Wednesday that the Rockets or Bulldogs will have to deal with. Steffner pounds one off of the block attempt of Shampoo and Taylor up front and gets just her 3rd kill. After a good defensive scramble for Mediapolis, kept that rally alive. Still, they trail by 9 at 17-8 as Frank takes a seat. Lutenegger's back in. Junior serving over 86%. Whitney Klein into the net. Whitney's been just a touch off here in this second set. She led the way for the Rockets with 5 kills in that opening frame. Hasn't collected one yet here in the second. Just been a little late on the follow-through. Lutenegger, but she's been very good defensively. She gets the dig there. They go right back to her. That one will work. That will play each and every match right there. And Coach Jinsko knew she wanted to get number 2 involved. Also, I'm sure her sophomore setter, Kate Schaefer, knew too, hey, I'm going to go right back to her. I got all the confidence in the world in number 2. This time, good job by Steffner to play that off the roll from the top. Wagenbach, a roll shot of her own, found room in the back corner. Her first kill of this second set. She's got 5 to lead the way for Mediapolis. But the number most important at the moment is the 8, which is the point differential up on the board here in the second, as EBF hopes to take a 2-love lead here in the match. Molly Schaefer gets a back row set, touched on the block, overhead dig worked, and it pinballs around and comes down as Mediapolis cannot get into system off the back row set. And that'll put Klein again behind the service line. 75 ace serves on the year, 154 in her Rocket career. Good job by Steffner here, blocked by Shampoo after and it went out of bounds. Yes, number 6, I think T is the one who got that volleyball and hit it off of Shampoo. Cooper, very aggressive defensively above the net. Molly Schaefer jumps way up to get an overhead dig. Klein roll shot, nice attack, but dug by Steffner. Here's Arnold, who mistimed her jump a touch, didn't get a ton on that. Dug by Klein, Shampoo crosser, back over the net on the dig by Lutenegger. Here, both Wagaman and Shampoo go for it. Arnold wasn't fooled. Wagenbach back corner. Kate Schaefer jumps up. Helm back to the middle, and Klein, a free return is all EBF can muster. Welliver to Arnold. That's long. It seems like Lexi Arnold, you might be able to tell too from your vantage point here with us, seems like she gets off the floor really early on those jumps. She can pack a punch now with that swing, but tries to hang in the air for quite a bit of time, and that can really means your timing has to be about perfect. They're going to go back to her again. This one looks a little more natural, if you will. Shampoo digs, though. Molly Schaefer off the block. Boy, you could hear from up here, and it went out of bounds. Both Welliver and Wagenbach were there, but Molly Schaefer would not be denied. You know, if you baseball and softball junkies out there, you'll know you often hear scouts say, the ball just sounds different coming off his or her bat. Arnold off the block attempt, and it's going to come down. Kate Schaefer and Elia Wagaman were both there, but could not make a play on it. To use that metaphor in a volleyball sense, the ball just sounds different coming off the hand of Molly Schaefer, and also coming off the block. It was a big boom. I thought we maybe had some thunder out there with the storms we've got here in southeast Iowa tonight. Wagaman sails one long to give the side out back to Mediapolis, but special player. EBF's got plenty of them on their roster, and that's a good problem to have. Kate Schaefer, quick set, Wagaman again, this time dug by Wirt. Here, Arnold, crosser, dug by Helm. Kate Schaefer is going to set it up for Klein on the back row, dug by Steffner, back over. Kate Schaefer tries to dump it off. Wagenbach blocked it back. We've got a whistle, and they call a center line violation on EBF. Must have. Gladys Jinsko with a little purse of the lips on the far side. Tough to tell from kind of off center there, but you may be able to see that foot cross that center line. 7-point advantage once again. Here's Molly Schaefer trying to get it back. Took a little off of that one. Comes off the light above, and Lexi Arnold couldn't keep it alive. That's one advantage EBF has here on their home court, is that low roof. You see it. And that light still is bouncing around a little bit up there. Great shot from A.J. Anderson, who's pulling double duty tonight, producing and running a camera up here right behind the head official. Frank with a free return for Mediapolis. Here's Molly Schaefer. You bet. (23-14). Lead is back to 9. Rockets need just 2 more to take a commanding 2-0 lead. Long puts it into the net. For the 4th service error of the night, against the Rockets. She'll take a seat. Wagaman does the old do-si-do along the sideline to get Kaylee Helm back into the match. And it will be Wagenbach serving for Mediapolis. Trailing by 8, needing a run. Molly Schaefer to Kate Schaefer. Back over to Molly. Wagenbach dives down to save it. Stays up for Arnold. Pass to the back row. Wirt a free return. Klein on the head of Kate Schaefer to Molly Schaefer. Off the block and out. Wagenbach must have not thought she could make up the ground because she just kind of looked at it, and it was clearly touched up front. But the Rockets will certainly take it. And set point, this time not quite as many to work with, but still 9 for Mediapolis to have to try to overcome. Molly Schaefer wants to end it here, though. Overpass, and Klein tipped it right back. Came up above the net, and she did not miss off the arms of Jaden Wirt. EBF in just as many games with their second double-digit victory, leading it 2-love, 25-13 and 25-15, needing just one more to move on to a regional final.